Hey guys, my OBS crashed there for a minute. I don't know what the cause of that was, but I think that I have it back on now. And I know that you guys sorely missed me transferring totems from the bank to my bags. But you can't keep up with everything all the time. So there we are, and I wonder, you used to only be able to own one house at this time period, and I wonder if you can own more than one house currently like you can on Live. Let's see what happens if I click buy here. It seems to have just let me buy that. That's absolutely amazing because that means that I don't have to run over to my house in Baubleshire, which is not a location I really enjoy being in. So, this pleases me mightily. I can just dump these house items here. Oh, well, we don't want to read it though, do we? We want to place it. Yes, that would be ideal. Try that again. Maybe. No, that one won't go down. That's the problem, because it is still part of the quest that we're doing. We have to put this one down. Yes, okay. Here we are. We're just going to start a little book corner over here, complete with random scrolls. Seems good. Of course, that means that my trophy isn't going to be on my trophy wall in my other house, but I think I can handle that situation for the moment. All right, so that was much easier than going over to Bulbashire and finding the houses in that terrible place. So I'm gonna pop out and then pop back into Vergaro's house to visit the depot again, the one that I just visited, as a matter of fact. But only if I can use my brain. That's the hard part. Give it a shot. Looks like Chalthea is also in. All right, let's see here. Hop over to the Totems Depot, and then I'm just going to start unloading, just one by one, because it's going to be better than if I tried doing it with depositing and then picking everything back up that I want to keep. So this is just the way it's got to be for now. I actually need like a bajillion of these kinds of things. Increases max power, increases max health. You choose one and you apply it and you go to town. They're very nice. I almost want to keep another one of these, but I'm not going to, because we're trying to clear bags, not fill bags at the moment, right? This is another document that will need to be sold. All right, things are looking better and better. Now to stop by these status point item merchants and trade these for some status points. Ataraxa says it's kind of amazing to see how much of a loss people are willing to take just to undercut your price on the broker. All right, so now we need to go to one of the towns, so we may as well start with Eldar Grove, which is right over here, because that is the location we'll need to turn in our some of our sealed documents to. So we may as well start there and then make our way to North Kinos, then South Kinos. Simple enough. I should also change out of my crafting gear in preparation for the aforementioned adventuring that may happen soon. Just make sure that it doesn't have the save lit up here. It does not. So now we change to adventure. And here's this fellow. We can sell to him, but we want to hide not for sale to make our lives easier. and then just scan through looking for the status point items that we need to sell. So we have paraffin wax, or paraffin sealed documents, sorry, and tallow sealed documents. Now both of those have the status points written in yellow. Yellow means that you will not get guild XP or guild status points selling those items, but you will get personal status points still from those items, which is very useful, especially whenever you're trying to get some crafting tables for your house, whether it's your guild house or your personal house. Either way, very beneficial. So I'm gonna uncheck my crafting quest so that's not in the way later when I decide to start checking off some quests that I actually want to do right now. So we sold those. Normally when you're over in that area, it's a good idea to check and see on the map if there's any feathers indicating that you have more quests that you can pick up there. Because a lot of times there's going to be city writs. Alright, we got some coral amulets and some jasper amulets to sell. That should be all that's in my bags here. It was, okay. I don't think that I have any quests to pick up for the status for the writs over here. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because I currently have some, and you can, you get one per area. So the Scouts Guild, Mage Guild, Priest Guild, and Fighter Guild. Here we should be able to, you know what, we're going to go over to the dude over here actually on the second stairwell to the left to sell our items. If we did have another writ, it would be from this guy right here, I believe, right now at this point. But we are going to sell to this guy, hide not for sale, find our blackened iron relics, and then we also have some steel relics to sell to this guy. Now, we don't actually have any of the scrying stones that would go to the Mage Guild. The Mage Guild that's in South Kinos in the tower. Yes, I can't remember the name of that tower. But anyway, that means that we don't need to stop in at South Kinos at all, and we can just head on over because Garrigram mentioned going to Fallen Gate, which we have a bit of a run to get to, so may as well head that direction. Last I knew, Garrigram's character was in Fallen Gate, so he will already be there, and so I may as well make my way over there. In spite of the fact that Vital Narin's brother was not there, dead, when I last checked this morning. I don't think he's going to be there by now either. Not in a real big, let's just say it's not devastating, but nonetheless, it would be super nice to get that out of my journal because once I finish Vital Narin's quest, that's going to allow me to finish another quest that's also in my journal right now. So, I would love to be able to update that one. In case you wondered what in the world I'm doing running all over the place instead of going to the Griffin, you might be thinking that I forgot what I was doing, but no, as luck would have it, this time I'm simply looking for a shiny that often appears over in these fields, and I do love a shiny, so gotta check the area every time I'm in the area, especially if I'm not in any particular hurry. And in fact, normally to go from Antonica to Commonlands, I would take the spires, the Ultron spires in over close to Windstalker Village. But today, at this moment, that's not the way I'm going to do it, because I am going to be waiting anyway on Ataraxa to do some crafting, and I would really like a chance at that striped red ant I've been looking for in Thundering Steps. So I'm gonna head that direction unless I get called away before I make that zone to Thundering Steps, and I'm gonna go the long way. So that's the plan of the moment. It's a bit of a run, but I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. Howsoever, I see that Gargrim has logged in, so I suppose that I won't be doing it that way at all. I will, in fact, be going to the Ultron Spires I previously mentioned and not taking. You see, plans change at the drop of the hat. You just never know. Gotta go with the flow. Change over to my adventure XP just to see where we're at. 40.8% into the level and 8.3 adventure vitality. Very low on my vitality in both things because 0.5 vitality in trade skill, 90.6% through the level. Vitality means that if you have any at all, then your XP is doubled that you earn. So it is very nice to have if you're trying to level. And being out of both is not lovely. And of course, I'm not completely out of both, but I'm very low on both adventuring and trade skilling XP right now. So we're gonna fly forward steps, and then I'm gonna jump part way and run over to the spires. It could be a lovely scenic view as you do this. I normally have my map up because that's how I am, but I don't right now. So I'll jump right here. And then I'm going to head toward those spires that you see right there in the distance with the lovely glowy bits all around. And, of course, get the shiny on the way. That's how we do. I don't think I have anything fun to do in this area. I do have the Condemned Catacomb key, which would be a good one to do, actually. Passage to the Isle of Zek, rightio. So that used to be the access quest to be able to get to Zek. It starts with the captain, it doesn't even say her name. Yeah, Captain of the Prize of the Praxis. It doesn't say. It's like Captain Abella or something. Anyway, she's wandering near the docks in Thundering Steps, and it used to be required to do that quest, which culminates in a boat ride that was considered quite difficult because you couldn't. It was at the point that it came out, it was very, very difficult to do the boat ride. It was one wave after another, and you can still do it. It doesn't give you access to Zek anymore because we already have access to Zek. But you can do it for the experience, and I'm certainly working on it. I'm on the step where there are, well, you know what, I'll just read it to you while we're waiting on the spires anyway. It says, I've agreed to help the captain of the Prize of Praxis in exchange for passage to the Isle of Zek. I just have to help her refit her boat. How hard can that be? So my current step says I need to head to Antonica and ensure the safety of Noah and Rusty Sails. They are bringing Captain Karanis' supply of wood through the gates of the Thundering Steps. And then the sub mission there is to protect supply runners in Antonica. Maybe I can press the right button occasionally. Teleportation in 10 seconds. That was a few seconds ago, so here we go. Just a second. Now, I did notice that Claw logged in, Nightmare logged out, Claw logged in. Same person, of course. So, I'm going to say we'll be heading to Fallen Gate in a moment. And I may as well go ahead and invite Garagrum to my group. And then I'll come over here and go to the Commonlands. Alright. Get our bearings here because, you know, maps just aren't in vogue. So, off we go. And there's often a shiny over in this graveyard. So, since we're in the area, we may as well run through and check on that. Someday, I'm going to have a numlock key again. And then, I won't need to press the middle mouse button, which is in some way disturbing for me. I don't know why. I'll just be able to hit numlock and live my happy life. Alright, off we go. Across the savannah. When you have flora turned on, you see all of this grass and things like that. What I find is that gets in the way of me seeing shinies. I would rather see the shinies every day of the week than some grass or other foliage. And so, even if I turn up the graphics, I do intend to kind of keep that at the minimum, the flora. It's just not the best for me. Ah, Garagrum must have gone back and did not log out in the Fallen Gate after all. So this means that I ought to come and gather some shinies. That's what I'm hearing. There's normally one over here close to the this tower. And so here it is. And of course that's not even counting the pages, which are going to be in here. Probably going to be 3 of them. And I may as well pick up each of them, maybe 4. I feel like 3. Nope, 4 was correct. And so now we can jump on out of there, get our safe fall up a little bit. Always a good plan when you're a scout. It's like the scout's life, you know, jumping off of things. You go and find the biggest hill you can and leap off of it because you're not quite high enough until you jump a little higher. Get your safe fall up if you can. I remember that Karen used to have safe fall as their racial, I can't remember what they call it, racial attribute, racial skill, something like that. And so I don't know if they still do or not. I remember when I had a Karen on live, she had safe fall. But then they made a bunch of changes to the races and their natural abilities. So I don't remember if they maintained that or not. I think I don't know. I want to say that halflings have halflings have track. I don't know if that's right or not. Maybe. This guy, let's see, his innate ability is not very exciting. It's this ultra vision, and if we go and look at this, this is what it does. It's rather hideous. Don't like it. Not great. We're going to turn that back off before we, blind ourselves and, at least make ourselves want to never see again. It's a possibility. It could happen. But anyway, that's the innate ability. Then you've got your traditions, of course, but pretty trash ability, really. If you really like purple, and you just absolutely need to see the world in purple, then I guess you might love it. I personally like a little contrast in my vision. It's nice. I mean, it's very difficult for me to see when everything's purple. Maybe that's just me. Who knows? Normally there's a shiny in this room, and so I'm just kind of looking for it. Since I'm waiting for Garrikum to get here anyway, I may as well go on a little shiny expedition. When he gets in, I'm going to want to mentor him, because otherwise a bunch of this stuff is going to be gray and still attack, so we don't want any of that. And of course, just as a reminder, Batal Narin's brother is not here. Note his absence. 0 corpses are hanging out. No matter how many times I come back, he's simply not there. But there's a shiny. It is there. And I can have it. If you're going through this area right here, by the way, and you are invis or stealth, then the only one who can see you is this guy right here, this overseer. He wanders around, and if you just wait, you can run back by him very easily. So just be aware that he can see through invis. Now I'm to the area of the map where a good number can see through my level, if that makes sense. I'm not invis, but they have become aggro to me, and that tortured rangers can see through invis. All of the tortured rangers in this zone can see through invis, just to remind you of that little factoid. And I suppose while I'm waiting, I can go ahead and look at the quests and see what I want to do. Or what we want to do, I should say. I need dragoons. Teardal Journal. Let's see, that's in the foreign quarter. Known as the Fallen Gate. Well, yes, that's where we are. Battle mages of ages long past have been known to keep journals accounting all that transpires. Alright, battle mages. Then we have Charge of the Leatherfoot Brigade. I need to smash the first alarm in the marketplace. Alright. And then the Narin heirloom that we seem to be incapable of updating. Oh goodness, Garrikum is still in Antonica. Wow. In that case, I suppose I will go over this and get a little further in here. Ah, he is heading this way. So he's probably just waiting on the spire to go off. That can take up to 5 minutes, which is faster than running through Thundering Steps to get there, but it's not exactly instantaneous. Alright. All of those guys can see through, and also these gargoyles can all see through as well. Invis. Bazul and company can also see through invis. Just to kind of remind us of what we're looking at, I'm going to stick some skulls over some heads. Alrighty. Now, let's see here. I think we don't need to go and kill any, we don't need to kill any spiders right now. You know what we need to do is this right here. We need to go back. Oh, look at that. I let that tortured ranger walk right up on me. How silly. Alright. In that case, I suppose. Oh, that guy's gray, so we don't need to worry about him. Instead, going on from behind. That's exciting. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to call off with a vac and not die. It was a great idea. I love it. And now, back to... How did they shoot me from there? Did you see that arrow come flying through? Insane. Alright, so back over there because we do need that first alarm that I haven't smashed. I did notice as I went up that Shadowfang is also up. So, when Garagrim makes it over there, we may want to get him. Let's watch out for that torched ranger. Uh-oh, there he comes. Is this game alive? It is alive. It's been alive for a good number of years now. Let's see. Up the stairs, and we should have a... it's right here. This globe is what we're looking for. This blighted shopkeeper is going to attack me. If you play today, you can find a player base. I mean, I would say so, sure. If we do a /whoall, I guarantee you what it's going to show is 100 because it won't show more than 100, no matter how many people are on. So /whoall. So you see it shows 100 because that's the maximum that it'll show. And this is on this server, which is Antonica, which is on the Origins version. So it's based at around 2007 version of the game. And so there's also various servers on live. I think the hottest servers on live is well, probably Module would be the biggest one right now. I don't know about the other servers, you know, what their rate of play is, but Module is still very active. And on this server, on Origins, I know for sure that on Anashtisul, you would be able to find a group if you want. You can see right here in the general chat, and once I scroll past all of these results that I got there, that's just people chatting, that it's quite active. Those are folks talking in there. But yeah, I would say so. I'm going to go ahead and click this, and then I'm going to deal with this guy. Or maybe I'm going to deal with this guy first. There's another option. If you're on live, I know there's a play for free element to it. I don't know what the details of it are because I've only done basically the pay to play version, so I've got a membership on there. Well, that was a close one. You've never played the game before? I do. Oh no, this full macro. No, I wouldn't say it's full macro. You're definitely clicking buttons all day long on this. Down here in the middle of the bottom of my screen, these are all abilities that I can use during, most of them are during combat. And they all certainly do come into play. So it's very busy. You definitely need a computer to play it. I wouldn't recommend doing it with, I know that there's some people who do it with joysticks. I don't think that could work out very well for them. But I would use it, so I would use a keyboard, certainly. You end up using pretty much all of the buttons on the keyboard, so. But I've been playing it for quite a while. I started shortly after it came out, so I've been playing since I don't know, I guess it was 2024. I mean, not 2024, 2004. How time flies. I don't know. But yeah, it's more challenging, I would say, on this server than what you're going to find in a modern MMO. On the regular server, I'm not sure how that one compares right now to the average MMO, but on Origins, I think you're going to find it a little bit more challenging than others. 2005 and WoW, okay. I tried WoW. I did the 10-day pass back when they had those. I had initially, when I was talking about this, I'd been thinking it was around 2008, but I realized later it was actually sooner than that I tried it. So it was probably 2007, 2006. It was, I mean, I considered it to be very easy at the time, and boring for me. But you got to understand too that I like to do the quests, and I like the humor and the little twists that they have in some of the quests in EverQuest too. So I may be a harsher judge, and again, like I said, it depends on what you enjoy doing. That's my 2 cents on that one. Are you still playing WoW now? Because I heard that they came out with WoW Classic over there, and so that's supposed to be set back in the early times of World of Warcraft. I know that it was very popular release. Oh, looks like Garagum has made it to the Commonlands. Aha, any day now. Said, I know, but Classic Vanilla is down to play all the refreshed versions or retail. Oh, so nobody's playing on there anymore? So what is a refreshed version? What is that just the what does that mean? Is it like a different like a different specialty server? Okay. Yeah, I think there's definitely a I won't even call it a niche. It seems like maybe the majority of people playing these games are more interested in the older versions of the games than they are in the current versions of the games. I wonder, maybe maybe the developers of games might want to think about that, because I feel like there's a pretty good audience of consumers who are interested in the, maybe it's the difficulty, or maybe it's just the more developed and thought out world that existed in the older MMOs than the constant dungeon grounds that is the current, seems to be the current idea of how to play MMOs. You said TBC was out 2007 and new release in 2024. Okay, so TBC is, what does that stand for? Is that a World of Warcraft expansion? Because if so, then that's right around the same time period as what this server is right here, because this one is set as it was in 2007. It's actually not exactly, because it has some of the elements of live that weren't there, like the armor sets. But yeah, so that's about the same as this server here then is. Um, yeah, I do think that developers in general should take note, of the resurgence of these games when they're set back so far in the past. Um, it's indicative of a large amount of people who are interested in that time period. What's the cost of EverQuest 2? Okay, that's a question. I don't really know what it is right now. I want to say it's around 15 a month, unless you have like an annual membership. Um, I have a lifetime membership that I bought many years ago, and so I haven't paid monthly in a very long time. But I believe that it's still around $15 a month if you pay month by month. There's also something called Chronos, It's an in-game currency you can purchase from another player. So say they go and buy a chrono off of the EQ2 market, and then they can come and sell that chrono in game for platinum. And I'm pretty sure that to buy a chrono, it's like, I want to say $17 or $18. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, it probably is. I'm sure they're about the same. Mentoring down to Garrikum. And I'm going to get into the guild chat or the group chat rather, in case he's in there, which he is not. No, you can download the game for free, and I know that there's a free-to-play version, like it's just on live. You can do free-to-play. For this version that I'm in, you have to be a member. But for the free-to-play version, that's only online. You should just be able to go to EverQuest2.com and download the game. That'll get you to the launcher where you can make an account. Of course, you can start your account on EverQuest2.com first. Make things a little simpler. So it'll take a little while to get to that part. And then there will be, obviously, downloads for all the different expansions and everything after that. So it'll take a minute to get you to where you can get in. I definitely recommend under the version clicking full download. There'll be a button underneath US version or whichever version you're using that says full download, and you want to make sure that's checked, or otherwise you're going to be streaming while you play, which is not a great experience for most people. Drained us of our power, so we're just beating on it with our sticks now. I'm going to go ahead and share my quests with Caragrum just in case I have any that he doesn't have. He probably has them all. Share the ones that I have already done as well. Alright, that pretty much covers those. There's some that start in Commonlands and lead you into here, but I'm not going to share those because I would have to go through and figure out which ones are which. And probably he already has them anyway. Say I can pay it for free, and with monthly rate I get full access. Yes, so if you have a membership, then yes, you get full access. If you play it for free, there are certain things you can't do, like you can't play on any of the unusual servers, the TLEs, like this one. But you can play on live. You can't wear certain gear if you're a free member, and you can't grab certain spell levels. And I don't know. I think you can't use the broker maybe if you are a free member. So I'm not sure what else the restrictions are, but those ones for sure. One of these days, I'm gonna have to get myself some new potions, I think. Oh, he didn't grab any totems. Good news. I did. Alright, that's power regen, and then the other one we need is going to be health regen to give him. And I should start using some as well. Packages and prices. You may be looking at the latest expansion, probably, and the different levels of pre-order that you can do for that expansion. I don't know if that's coming out next month or if it's coming out in December, because I'm not really playing on live right now. I've just been doing this server, so haven't really paid much attention to it. I've just heard a little bit about it, but not enough to be able to really tell you anything about it. But you don't need that in order to do anything up to that level, which is like, I think the max level is like 135 or something like that right now. So it'll definitely take you a while to get there. So I wouldn't really worry about getting the newest expansion yet. I think, I would recommend probably downloading it for free and trying it like that, seeing how you like it. If you like it enough, getting a membership would be a good idea to really experience all there is of it. And then, of course, ultimately, when you get up higher level, getting the expansion if you like it. I know that there's some kind of an add-on package that you can get now as well to the membership fee. If you want certain benefits, I don't know if it's what those are. I think XP potions and things like that every month. Then you can add a few dollars for that if you want to, but that's optional. Again, because I haven't been playing on live in so long, I can't say much about that. You should, if you do decide to get the membership, you should be able to claim 500 station cash every month, and that adds up as well if you want things that are on the marketplace, which the marketplace is in the EQ2 window. You go to marketplace, and let me do something about this. Second blighted denizen here real quick so the character doesn't die. But yes, marketplace is right there. Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you. I hope you enjoy playing EverQuest. It's a pretty good game. I like it. It's definitely by far my favorite MMO. boy, he got a bunch of them that time, didn't he? Let's see here. What can we do to help? Maybe a little bit of that. I think an evac may end up being in order, but we'll see. I can mez this one now that that's up. Not looking really good. Kind of stabilizing though, slowly. Try to get this one off. Give him a bit of a break. He's out of power. Let's see if we can escape before he's dead. Haha! Savior. Alright, so he's going to go turn into the Sarge over there. And I'm going to wander around and look for a shiny in the meanwhile. Ah yes, they can see through invis. Bringing back friends. No, not see through invis. Wrong thing. They can see me because they are not great at me. Some days, you know, just I don't know what comes out of my mouth. There's another one coming to join our fight. So I had him. There's him. We don't need his help. Shed some of that aggro. Alright, looks like he needs a good number of these tortured rangers and tortured invaders over there. I wonder what quest that's for. Or if it's just zombies. Ah, he has to smash the alarm. I know where that is. In fact, we can just invis over there, probably. Unless there's a tortured ranger in this area. Which there is. He's over there, so we'll just go in through the wall. And we should be able to run right up the stairs. And then, oh, trader. Trader Martok is here. I'm going to rearrange that so that I can see the names more easily. There he goes. I think we have a friend here, so I'm going to mez him for a moment. That guy just broke, so that's unfortunate. Got a little extra on us now. Goodness, 2 exquisite chests. Got a fury spell. A nice mage hat. And then we've got another fury spell. Very nice. Huh. Cool. Right. No. Second alarm. That's in the... Ooh, that's no bueno. Alright. Get a little aggro from him. Alright, now we can invis a little bit more, try to get closer to where he needs to be, which is in the marketplace, and it's not a beautiful area. Let's go ahead and get Shadowfang while I think. I can remember to stop hitting my own growth opportunity starter, then we can do more of these duos. And we've got a tank, or a fighter, I should say, and a scout. And then it's best if the fighter starts the growth opportunities, because then you can do a duo. So there's his, then I trigger it, and now he does a kick, and I do a cloak thing, and then we get a nice heroic opportunity after that. I'm gonna try to do something here. For just a second so that he can get a little bit of health back before anything comes wandering around to attack us. Alright, there we go. Coercer master, very nice. And a agility 9. Yes. Lord Architarnus is up. Now the area we're going to need to go for him to get his update is to the left. But we're going to get attacked by this, so I'm going to bring us over here. Oop, not good enough. Oh, this is no bueno. Alright, so... nope, it's not good. Not good at all. My, evac is down. Definitely gonna try to run, and since he has me on follow, it's important that I not get too far ahead. Oof, and everything is going to be on me. This is bad. It's bad, bad, bad. Gonna run for it after all. Deserting him. We're both gonna die anyway. Well, that was an error in judgment. Weaver, nice. Well, let's see here. Perhaps there will be a shiny in this room. Who knows? Aha, there is. Well, maybe I will go invis and go look around, see what we can see. While we wait. Now that's the one I mentioned earlier who can see through invis. I'm gonna try to get him over here and then fight him, but no, my invis broke before I made it. Yeah, couldn't kill that one fast enough either. That's a shame. Get this one, then they're gonna get me. I will run, call for help, then hope for the best. It's not pretty. Oh man, an extra 2 there. It's no good, but I might make it. Have enough of a head start. Success. How However, we did manage to kill the one who can see through invis, so good news. Perhaps I can get this guy over here. Now, maybe. Nope. That was not to be. So. Ah, there comes back. Still no shiny in here. It implies that the shiny has probably spawned on those ramparts up there. Because I haven't seen it in here any of these times that I've spawned down here, and I haven't seen it in these little alcoves either, so. Ah! He's on the move. Alright, head stop and grab that very important shiny. Now we can go in a little bit further and viz. And, whoops, whoa, I guess it saw through his. Interesting. Ooh, lots on him right now. Unfortunate that character can't use his voice at the moment. Always easier. We're just gonna start that, so I may as well not, but too late. Alas, alas. Alright, we'll try this smuggle again. See if we can get... Oh, well, he needs these anyways. Maybe not. In that case, if it's just any zombies, there's no real reason to stop for those guys. Now we'll try this again, but this time with healing. Question is, how far along can we get here? Because not very, turns out. That's not wonderful. Yeah, that was bad. That was not a good thing there, right there. Good luck. I find it unlikely that he's gonna make it, and he didn't make it, so. All right. All right, when we get a little closer, I'm going to smuggle him so we can just go by these guys. There's no need for us to fight these little fellows when we can just go on through and fight in that room instead. But I think I'll definitely uninvis us there so that we can just start it up at a good spot instead of starting in the middle of the water at a unfortunate spot. He almost ran a little too far ahead. I had marked some of the ones who could see through invis earlier when I came in here, but I suppose I should have mentioned it before we got near those guys. I see. He's lamenting not being able to see the named guys in here very well. I got a couple of these guys, so there's that one. We're at the pool of Cordelia. Raider could probably, I don't know, we'll see. Raider may not be able to. Alright, good. Alright, that ranger definitely can. Okay, he's going to want to go back to the start, looks like. Alright. I see. One in 5 days. Alright. That one off, and then I'll mess this one. almost gotten to the place where his next update is, which is the second alarm. We got the first alarm earlier in the other marketplace. Now we're going to try to get the second alarm, which is in the building in front of me, as I recall. There's also a shiny in front of me, tantalizingly close. A little bit further, and we'll be able to go into that building. And the update that he needs, I believe, is on the 3rd floor of that building. Alright, and wants to go this way around. Interesting. But it can be done from either direction, so whatever floats his boat, I suppose. Ah, good. Broken halfling skull is updated. Fermented dragoon inside there. Normal opacity and the up. Not so much of the backdrop. That was an error. That's okay. I'll get it next time. You may have gotten more than intended there. Be careful of AoEs in this room also, because if you AoE in here, you can bring guys down from any level. Go ahead and res this guy. He's adding a little more interest to this fight than we necessarily want. And I also see that you're getting out of power, which doesn't bode well for us. Let's see. Interest this guy in some swashbuckler anytime soon. Gosh, this is not good. Let's see if I can get us out of here before he dies. success is a success, right? Didn't quite get his update, but hey, we got very close, and then we just kind of got overwhelmed there. Give that another go. Ah, but the bane of my existence, a shiny. Okay, let's see. We've got an extra dude right there, so we certainly don't need to do it quite yet. All right, now is a good time. Oh, yeah, that's no good. Don't know why I didn't think about going around the corner. Wow, it's already unmet. It's a shame. Try that again. This time without the shiny intervention. That overseer can see through, but if we go this way, we wait for him to walk a little ways, then we have a moment to probably get by without attracting attention. Okay. One of these days I'm actually going to do this. Okay, we want the normal opacity to go up. It doesn't have to be insane, but it does need to be pretty visible, so I'm going to just go all the way up with it. Alright, now we should be able to invis perhaps a little ways in. Make sure he's with me. He is, all is well. And so, moving right along. We come around this way. I don't think there's any aggro right here, right now. Jump on over. Better get this gun. Ah, well. No. That's a shame. Getting worse. Ouch. Out of me anything about this. So, we're gonna die. He says, oh heck, that went well. Ah, good. I managed to pull 3 things by not paying attention to what I was doing there. It's very good. We'll be okay. 4 things. Even more than I thought. Should be alright. Ah, yes. Hello, man in orbit. How you doing? Ah, okay. I see. You're tanking in here. Yeah. Makes sense. What's your class here? Let's see. Level 70 Berserker. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can definitely tank Fallen Gate. No prob. Make sure they all pick up the quests so that they can get that extra XP from that. Ah, I'm entering in 19, yeah. Yeah, I'm level, I believe I'm level 31 when I'm not mentored. Right now I'm mentored to 29. Racking up the XP debt as much as possible, you know, like you do. Now, I think if we just run on by this guy, we'll get his attention. We can draw him right over here. Hopefully Gargrim realized what I was doing. Gargrim did not realize what I was doing and is therefore behind me. There's that. It's good. Alright, let's see. He's on that one as well. That's this one. See if I can do anything worthwhile here. have anything up there. Not great. Alright, well, with that in mind, I'm going to make a run for it. Not gonna make it, but here we go nonetheless. Might make it, we'll see. It's a remote possibility if I don't get snared. But I could make it. Let's see who else still on. Just this guy? Oh no, a little bit further maybe. There we go. Alright. Together again. Alright, we'll see if we can make it this time. Maybe I won't make bad decisions. I don't promise anything. I might make bad decisions. It's a habit I have. Oh no, what is he doing? Well, that's not going to work that direction. Now, those gargoyles can see through, but they are also not, they don't see very far. Now, if we get in the water on that side, then those guys are going to see us. So, we need to be patient here and wait for him to wander by, then we can follow him. And I had been hoping to make it before he made it that far. Turn on the game sounds a tiny bit. It's hard to hear your voice sometimes. Actually, I think I could probably do that. The game voice, I feel like I can turn probably my voice up a little bit. Let's see here. Alright. I don't know if that helped at all or not. Well, thank you. My commentary is, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of rambling. But I do try to give tips along the way as much as possible. Alright, we're going to invis past some more of this. And we're going to try again to get to his update over here in this 3-story house. Hopefully we'll do them one at a time, or well, in this case, 2 at a time. He's getting that one, so I will mess this one. And now he's broken, so too bad. I'll give him a bit of a stun, keep him busy with that. You know, half a second there anyway. Now, what you don't want to do, even though it's really, it's really tempting when you see those blue buttons over there blinking and you want to hit them, but the fact is that if you do that in this particular building, then you're going to get everything in the building on top of you in a second. And it's not going to feel good. At least it won't last long. But it won't be a pleasant experience for anyone. Maybe it's a pleasant experience for the skeletons, but not a pleasant experience for me. He's gonna have to get a little higher. There we go. Oof. Now we don't want to run up there. Good job. And now I will. Let's see. Hold on. Who's he hitting? Hitting him. Miss him. That's not good. Oh, he's all alright. His whirlwind went off prior to my meds taking effect. So we did get a little bit of that meds. That's good. Bold move using the AoE like that in here. Could not get my interrupt off in time. So we got his spell off. Oh wait, we've got somebody somewhere on us. Probably from that there he comes. Alright. No attacks. He doesn't have any power potions. Well, that's a shame. That's okay, we got this guy. And now I'm going to invis us so we can get a little bit of power and health. Oh man, that was unfortunate there. Yeah. That's okay. Looks like we're managing to get in without going anymore, so excellent. Ah, well. Too late. That's okay. You can actually see the war witch back there. But I'm going to miss him anyway. I suppose he can this. About that, guys. That was right in my thing. Alright, up the stairs, and the update for that, the second alarm is right here. I think the blood of the bear was the bookcase. Ha! I guess it is battle mages. I also need battle mages, so that's good. Oh yeah, that's for the book quest. I know what that is. It's for the finding the journal. Well, how is your group going so far? Men in orbit? Oh yeah. That's the way of it in here, right? You just go through. If you've got a full group, you can really blow through this place pretty good. Got an extra one over there, so I'm gonna move him. Use this. We have completed the Delving and Fallen Gate update. On the verge, back going. I was going to say the one around the corner over there, but we got this. people on us, so. Ha! That's funny. I didn't smash the first alarm. How's that? I really thought I did that already. How funny. Sometimes you just have to risk everything for those shinies. Just, just because. I don't know, the joy of it, I suppose. He said he needs shadow lurkers. They're over here. In this tunnel here. They're very aggro. Ah, good. First time I played a scout for any length of time, my main had been always a hunter, so I was used to just standing there and casting, and so then you're a scout, and you have to keep running, run, and in fact, in this case, it was a ranger that I played, so it was like, okay, we've got to run to a distance, run in close, get in front, get behind, It's like, oh my goodness, there's so much running around. It was definitely an adjustment from playing a mage. This is my first swashbuckler, but I've played enough of the other scouts to kind of have some idea of what I'm doing anyway. I won't say that I have a lot of idea of what I'm doing, because that wouldn't be 100% accurate. I can tell that I'm not doing everything as I should, but I think I'm doing okay. It's a reasonable showing. Of course, I have nothing to compare to. It's just how it feels, It feels okay. there's a name that spawns in these tunnels over here at the very end. He doesn't, at least he's not showing on track yet. I may just not be, I'm definitely not close enough to him to know one way or the other yet. Looks like Gargrim is just about out of power over there. Let's see if I can get this spotter on me in a second instead. No such luck. Could possibly do it if I turn those off. Looks like it's gonna be okay anyway, though. Name's up. It'll be a little bit before we get to it. All right. Moving forward. Sometimes what Gargrim is talking about is sometimes you can get this bug. I haven't seen it happen in a long time, but it used to happen now and then where if you click a button, one of your combat arts or spells, it will, instead of casting, it will put that name of that item in your chat window. Not super helpful when you're actually trying to cast things. Huh. Oh. power, but that's okay. Power schmower. I'm going to be more mindful of what I cast, though. A good thing too is I'm almost out of power now. I think I can go ahead and finish him off though. Well, he seems to be interested in running on ahead. I feel like we could use some power before we go too crazy. And that is very good. Much better on the power. Kind of wail on him a bit. Let's see here. Those are grouped. So whichever one he goes for, I will mez the other one. Make our lives that much easier. Yeah, just added them all again. That's cool. So close to accidentally triggering my HO right as Garrick triggered his HO a moment ago. It's like, no, don't do it. we're almost there. I'm going to go ahead and click over to here so that my wisp doesn't confuse me. Ah, that's unfortunate. I was only expecting to pull the one. But maybe they were grouped. I don't know. I did not check them to see. There's another one. That one's broken, so let's go ahead and knock those silly for a moment. It says almost dinner time here, but I wanted to log in to let you know I might not be on much before Saturday. I'm trying to finish the haul so I can submit it for home show before Halloween. Since that's the thing. Ah, he's down beating it with a stick, so I suppose I will start some HOs and get this done. And where's a dirge when you need a bit of power, right? All right. I feel like it's about time to go grab those. Ah, we're so close, and yet so far away. Diagram says, why? There's so many spiders in between here and the name. It's just the way it is. good news is I think we have finished all of the quests that he and I have currently, other than the one that's near an heirloom and will not update. I should probably bug report that. I'm pretty sure that that it is a bug, but you know, it's just not. I guess it's just not very high priority for me. That said, I did fail to smash the first alarm in the marketplace, and I'll need to do that on our way out for sure. And of course, we'll be sent back in here, but I mean of our current updates. All right, now we're on the named, but I think we need a little bit of mana first. The other good news is that this one will give us a little bit of AA. Althea's so quiet over there, I haven't even seen her say anything. $11 people in here, yeah. Well, it's this exciting fighters fighting and spider fighting, fighters fighting. It's a whole new thing. New sport. Fighters fighting. Surprised that Kerrigan hasn't gotten poisoned from this guy, actually. But looks like no. What exquisite chest. Very nice. Alright, got a bone wand. Very nice for a wizardy sort or a priesty sort, perhaps. A warden, warden master cold snap. That's a good. It's not only a little bit of a DPS spell, but it's also has some detriments. Not detriments. It decreases the mitigation of the enemy by a little bit as well. It's a good spell. Go back to the front of the place, turn in some quests, and then I've got to run back over to the alarm because somehow, in spite of showing Garrigram which ones to click, I didn't click it myself. Now he needs to come update with the Sarge because that's who the alarm clicking is all about. The other update that I have to do is over in the Commonlands. I believe that's the one that Gargrim has as well. We can probably invis our way through most of this and save a little bit of time if we don't run into the overseer. But we did, because he saw me. Ha! Alright, let's see what Gargrim is targeting. You know what? That's this one, since he's on E. That's not good. We should be able to run to the door and be alright. He's yelling for help all the way. I believe it is broken, so I'm gonna pop out and pop back in. He said he's gonna be right back anyway, so hey. Oh no, it's still going. Oh wait, no, it's alright. That worked. May as well update while we're here.
Do not interrupt what is undoubtedly the most important discovery in the past 300 years. Begone. I have much work to attend to here.
I say, I hardly think that returning to you with the information you seek qualifies as an interruption.
I care not for what you imagine is an interruption. Let me look at what you have brought me.
I found a journal, though it's mostly illegible.
Decipher these ancient writings. Take your reward and be gone. May Inaruk strike you down if you dare mention what you have seen to others.
I'll take the secrets to my grave. Then,
do not interrupt what is undoubtedly the most important discovery in the past 300 years. Begone. I have much work to attend to here.
Have you been able to translate the journal yet?
No. It has proven more difficult to translate than I had anticipated. The dialect we use today derives its lesser and base inflections from our association with the common residents of Freeport.
Common? I didn't see you exploring the ruins of Neriak.
Nonetheless, I am in need of assistance. I would charge you with the task of delivering this journal to an associate of mine, Joss Sign. Last I heard, he had discovered ancient writings in the Nektulos forest.
Nektulos is a big place, and my pockets are feeling a little light.
Money is not an issue here. Time is of the essence. I am on the verge of rediscovering our ancient homeland. You would dare put a price on the importance of the Teardal's ancestral homeland. I suppose I shall dig into the coffers to pay you. I am not certain where Joss is in Nektulos, save for a recent letter mentioning ancient spires he was investigating.
That's not much help, but it'll have to do. I'll take the journal to him to translate. Alright, and now back into Fallen Gate we go. Joss is, of course, in Neck Forest and won't be in here. But nonetheless, I need to get my alarm from in here. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the tall Narin further because he's apparently not here. We killed the overseer who could see through invis, and it doesn't seem to be back up. So, onward. Now the alarm that I need is over here, beyond this tortured ranger. Wow. Shiny. But most important. Ah. He's found some friends over there, I see. Over there. Go ahead and nose him. Mindless corpse on the other side of this wall, so maybe we go around. Yeah, we kind of try to get somewhat behind him without getting those mindless corpses on us, ideally. Now for a bit more regen, probably for Garagrim. There we go. I accidentally interrupted the fighter intro there. Alright, the Trader Martok is up again. remember him being for any quests. Nothing springs to mind. Might be for something, but I'm not sure. If anybody remembers, let me know. Ah, piece of jasper. That never hurt anybody either. Alright, excellent. Now I too have to go update with the Sarge's ghost. Look, he has targeted, so we will get this one. Alright, we should be able to. Oh, well, there's a shiny. I mean, it spawned right beside me. It's actually meant to be. He's already in a fight anyway, looks like, so I'll grab this and then catch up. I know what happened there. He ran outside my range. He became an invis. Now, the only one who can see through here is the overseer. So there's that shiny over there. How badly do we want it, though? I suspect we want it very bad. And then I just went running off like I was. Oh boy. Long days, man. Try that again. We may as well uninvest this point. Pop over to the Sarge, and here we go here.
This is horrible. It's not supposed to happen like this. That stupid kid lit the fuse. He was supposed to guard the gizmo and he done lit the dagnabbing fuse. We gotta get out of here before it does what it's supposed to do. But I ain't leaving my men behind, you hear? Lumpy is still out there, and we gotta get him. You're gonna need this, because you're the only one who can save him.
But you're all dead. Dark elves and halflings. You all died, understand?
That boy's mama will never forgive me if I come back home and tell her the Dark Elves got him. She's already lost 2 of her sons to those elves. Heck, they even took her father, her dog, and 12 bushels of jum-jum too. You got to save him before this place crumbles around our head. He's the only one who has the deactive maker codes.
This is the same Tippy Toe who went scouting, right? Just making sure I got this right.
I know you're scared, kid. I'm scared too. All I ever wanted was to settle down on a jum-jum farm, eat jum-jum pie all day, watch the sunset with my sweetheart. But we all know why we're here. And that means we leave no one behind. Go find Lumpy, Tippy-Toe, whatever he calls himself. Bring him and those codes back. Remember our motto, Leatherfoot forever!
Sure, I'll find this halfling. Not that it really matters, does it? That dude is super excited about his Jum Jum. I'm going to say that right now. Actually get there, or we should be able to get fairly close if we, don't get too distracted by things like this right here, this shiny. Can't be passing that up. If he doesn't back up, he's going to get this overseer on him. Now the overseer has passed, so we can safely run over to the other side without getting the extra fights that we're not really interested in doing right now. However, we now have yet another shiny to break our mez with, or break our stealth with at least. Maybe not our mez. And then we can actually come this way because even if this snake is up, he's not going to be aggro. However, we're not going to make it very far before this tortured ranger situation happens. We may as well just kill him. Alright, got that dude out of the way. These should not see through. Where we want to go is kind of straight across from where we're at right now, so we go across. Oh, he's got me on follow. Bold move. Bold move indeed. All of these spiders in here can see through invis. Hopefully he won't be AFK too long because, it's not wonderfully exciting for one thing to sit here waiting, but for the other thing, and just as important, smuggle lasts for 10 minutes. And it would be a shame to break stealth right here. It would probably be okay, somewhat, but it wouldn't be a beautiful situation. And that's what this game is all about, creating beautiful situations. Similar to D&D in a lot of ways, Ah, Caregrim does appear to be back. So, as soon as he starts running, I run. Ah, we did manage to get them on us anyway. That's okay. That med broke, so let's do a bit of this knockdown stuff. I think I'll try to snag some aggro from him if possible, because that looks like a bad spot he's in right now. Although, he got a little better there for a little second. Almost out of power, but not quite. And I do have a power potion if I need it. So let's grab this chest and then... he says that was scary. Then I think we can do this just in case those zombies repop before he gets enough health back. I don't think there's much chance of that because it takes about 7 minutes for them to respawn. But better safe than sorry, right? Oh, that's no bueno. That one unmet. Let's see. Maybe we can snag this one out. He's gonna go down if we can't do something. There we go. He's almost dead, but so is he, so. He's totally out of mana right now. I'm almost out of mana. Close one, one or another. Ah, jeez. That was close. Yergrim said he thought he was dead there. And then he says apparently 3 spiders is our limit. Yeah, I think that pretty much is an accurate statement. He says not that I intended on stress testing that. Well, you know, it's how it goes sometimes. We're getting close now to where Tipito is. Got an extra back here, that's no bueno. The issue is that we'll run out of power if we're not careful, so I'm going to be somewhat careful with what I cast right now. There's him again now. How to get this? Nope, we didn't get it. That's too bad. I was hoping to get that free extra damage there from that HO, but alas, he's pretty much out of power now. I'm running low, so I'm going to use a health potion. So apparently I'm out of power potions at the moment. Let's see how. I think we're going to get it without any death. close one. Jesus, but I pulled back far enough for the wandering one to leave us alone. Ah, no. Almost there. Just a couple more. Maybe. Not too many more. And then we'll be at Tippy Toe. He's asking where Narin's brother is supposed to be. I guess I can take him over there and see if he sees the body, but I don't see it as very likely. And here we have Tippy Toe. Oh, right, and the box, right. Wow, lots of buttons that aren't what I intended to press. Press more. Yes, do it. All right, now we need to go back down and speak to Sarge's ghost. Gargrim is already on the way. Do not hesitate. For he who hesitates is lost. And Gargrim, as we know, is never lost. targets. There's that. I shall kill it. It is a good idea to change targets before the creature dies when you're tanking, if you have it down low enough that your group or their poisons or something of that effect are going to finish it off. But you have to pay attention to whether that happens or not very quickly. Malice construct. Constructs of malice. Thought those were in ruins of Rasoon. Maybe not. Upton here, he says. Well, maybe it is. Constructs of malice, okay, suppose so. Can't think of where those are. He's gonna run out of my range if I don't catch up. I definitely prefer it when he is able to use his voice, because things like that are easier to communicate through voice because of just the speed of communication versus typing. I suppose I'm going to run past that shiny and pretend like I didn't see it. So, difficult thing to do, but for the greater good, I did it. Because I think we can get it on the way back, to be honest.
It's just you and me, doohickey. We were gonna make a difference, weren't we? Gonna help out those poor elves and dwarves. Gonna come back as heroes. Well, now you and I are gonna run as far into this blasted city as we can, aren't we? And then you're gonna do your thing, and we'll still make a difference, won't we? Let's do it! Leatherfort forever!
Bye, Sarge. No matter what anyone says, you died a brave halfling. Ah, the lovely story of Sarge, for whom I failed to unmentor to update my quests right along there. It's a sad day. Oh well. To put that into context, when I'm mentoring, I'm getting 75% less stuff, and we've got an overseer on us. Oh, this is good. Yeah. It's alright, better than 3 spiders. Huh. Not exactly. I suppose I should have made sure that he was targeting the thing I thought he was before I did that. Oh well. Hmm. Don't know where Cargum has gone, but he's gotten into a fight. Come on, my gosh. Can't take this guy anywhere. Now we've got 4. Phenomenal. Alright, now let's see here. Yeah, I agree. It is weird. Because the body should be over here. And it does not. I can't run too far away, or it will break the maze for him. Not that it matters yet, but it will matter if he's gone for very long. So, Oh, good. He's back already. Excellent. Now, I assume we're heading past the gargoyles to go try to get those Oh, I know where they are. Being the clay golems in that room. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of Ruins of Arsoon, because it's the clay golems that you typically see a lot of in the Ruins of Arsoon. But these ones are standing, I think, in a somewhat large room near where you find Burp Belly in the pot. Out on us. Oh, there it is. We could invis, but the fact is that even though we can get past these guys, right around the corner is going to be those gargoyles, and they can definitely see through invis. So, one way or another, we're gonna have to. Well, that wasn't the best plan, but okay. And there's this, and then see if we can kill any of these. Knock some down. unfortunately, again, it's just one of those deals of if he had the voice, then he could have said, "Hey, come run with me. I'm gonna jump into this mob," which is kind of what he's saying right now. He says, "I guess I should have coordinated with you to jump around at the same time." Yeah, that's the best way to do that, but unfortunately, I understand. He says it would be easier if we were in voice. That is correct for sure. You can do it without being in voice. I didn't use voice for many years, so it's very doable, but it's also certainly not as easy as it is to just say, "Hey, we're gonna run around this corner in 3, 2, 1," you know? Now there's not the overseer wandering around, so that's a good thing. Oh, looks like Claw and Calthea are in Kazakh Thule, and I bet that's why they haven't been talking. I bet they're in voice chatting like that instead. Oh. Alright, he says on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, that ain't this. No good. No good at all. That was terrible. The problem is the gargoyles don't see very far, but everybody else in there does. He says, okay, I guess we just fight through. And then he said he only has 1 more death in him, which probably means that his armor is... Oof, it's at 20%, but I bet some of it might be at 10%, so... Yeah, it's a good spot to be. Okay, the overseer is still not wandering around at the moment, so we can hop on by there without any trouble. And now, I think we need to, yes, uninvis, exactly. is that he still needs a lot of. Well, no. I guess he doesn't need a lot of these zombies. I halfway suspect that was a zombie lord legend quest that he just unchecked from his journals, actually. Another one. That one's unmessed now, so go ahead and knock them both down. I was just explaining to Garrickram in chat, these zombies can see quite a ways, whereas those gargoyles guarding the entryway there can't see very far at all. So, you want quickly to try to go ahead and pull the zombies first, and that way you don't get ads on you while you're fighting the gargoyles, which are each, they're not linked. So you can body pull one of those at a time. They're each triple up heroics. And you make life a little easier on yourself that way. If you're in a huge group, it doesn't matter as much. But if you're just either soloing or pursuing another who's not necessarily too terribly overpowered, it's a good idea to definitely do it like that. There is a wanderer who lives around this rock up here. The easy answer for him is just to pull your mob a little bit away that you're attacking. like the rest of these guys, he is also short-sighted. So he doesn't really see you unless he wanders up on you. So as long as you pull him out of that walkway, it's not that big of a deal. You should be able to grab him easily and then force him back here. I would go for this one next. Yeah, there we go. Good job. He's telling me that that heroic opportunity was a rare one, which can be good. So what he has is a ward that stuns him against a certain amount of damage for a very brief period of time, but it also stuns him. So it's just to waste your spells. I see a shiny. So, uh-oh, that was a bad move on my part. And ran around the corner right. This one. Giving us time to take out this other one. Now these are the meat strippers. It's down lower. Now the dude who can see through stealth is the chef if he's up in the back. But otherwise we should be pretty good to stealth through for a little ways. And maybe we can make it no, I don't want to get too hopeful. We were able to make it all the way through. So not clay. Just ugly. I see that the priest of Demetrix or whatever is up. Demetrix. There. Close it. That might be down here. Yeah. Last part of this place. Jeez. Where's he going? I think he doesn't know where he's going. So some of these guys inside can see through in buildings. It's actually the the names, I think, that are able to. Ah. Woman to taskmaster. next one can see through. Yeah, looks like they all can. Yeah, we're almost there. Not if we can get through this room, and then it'll be kind of smooth sailing, I think. Yep, got two. That's alright. See which one was targeted. One as the other one. I'm kind of out of commission, ideally. That way. Yeah, looks like he's doing alright though overall. Elbo's died for a second there, but he's recovering. As long as we can kind of keep him doing too much. He says, I almost wish Volunteer was an instance to Zen. Yeah, for a whole second. looks like he's on it, so. On the plus side, that was only a double arrow up. This is the last room before the bulls hit. Alright, he wants to see if we can. Problem is, it's not good. Yeah, those gargoyles at the end there would break our stealth just in time for these horrible creatures to see us. So it's going to be better to just very slowly work our way through them. That spider is up again if anybody wants to go grab her. I did not realize that it's already 5:17. Time flies when you're having fun. Now, I think, don't get the name. I don't remember if we want to go. No. It's the most short-sighted of them. And if we run over here, we can get back up. Just like that. That was not, I wasn't exactly ready to jump in, but, didn't actually need to trigger that HO, I just habitually click it, you know? It's rough. We got a bruiser master, that's nice, and some nice bracers actually. Probably a monk would enjoy that. Odd power totems, but I believe I have some more. Which means mine may also be out and was. Food and drink are still okay. Ooh, 20% armor, nice. So he's got the same going. So see, it wards against 122% for damage of all types. So it's best to just wait for a second because it doesn't do anything during that time. So you can not waste your power trying to beat on the thing that isn't taking any damage. Just give it a second to wear off and then attack. Well, it's another guardian, so can definitely see through. The good news is he's almost at the pit, and that means that worst case scenario, he can run into the pit for his update if we're dying. Glad I emptied out my bags earlier because we've certainly come away with a haul. It's actually kind of funny with them being guardians and gargoyles, you know, supposed to be watchers, and yet they see so very little. You know, their eyesight is just terrible in this game. It's a chamber guardian, but what's it guarding, you know? It's like the nearsighted gargoyles. They picked them up from the discount store for fallen gates, you know? They're like, we need some gargoyles, we got this cheap, you know? Patchwork zombies, that's what those guys are called. Those champion of Sherliths and the ones who Scarecrow needed for that quest. That's a style of zombie. The zombie variety, you might say. Pick your flavor. I want the patchwork. Take some of those blind gargoyles and a little patchwork zombie. And then some shady Freeportian said, how do you do that? But it'll cost you. Oh, he says pulling the gargoyle actually got me close enough to do the quest. Nice. Where is this guy? He's on the other side of the room. I don't know if we want to do that or not. Another good news, I managed to get enough XP in here that it removed my XP debt. That's great. Let's see. Let's see how likely that is in here. I'm not sure which that guy. Probably this one can't. That's good. Yeah, we can stealth over like fools and run straight up to him. I mean, it looks safe. Looks a little fun. Okay. Run in together. You go in there, Airgum. Okay. A lot of account damage right there. Oh no. That was an AoE. Well, that was an easy way back to the start. At least we went out in a blaze of glory. And hey, we still had our armor on. That's great. It wasn't completely broken. When your armor was completely broken, I remember it used to go into your bags. I don't remember if, or I don't know, I should say, if that's still the case on this server or not, because I haven't quite gotten there yet. Okay, I could have one hit. By the way, this thing doesn't get the same level of damage. So you see the rest of my things are all at 10%. This lightstone, greater lightstone, is still at 55%. This is the area where the obelisk of lost souls spawns. So it's a place that has a bunch of shattered men and other various strange things in it. And it's a little bit high for the level we're at the moment. The level that we're playing at the moment anyway. Oh look, 2 shinies over here. I think after I go mend, I'm going to have to take a break for a minute.
Well met.
Fly over to Freeport Station, which is... Oh, cool. Someone already reported it. Nice. Well, I wondered if they had. Let's see here. Okay. Well, I'm not surprised because I've never had it tell me that. Please to the bug report forum. Ah, he searched for it there. All right. I reported about the broken dropped quest, specifically the stylized dagger the other day. But I did not search the bug report forums. I should have, obviously, but I didn't. When I reported that, didn't even occur to me. I didn't. I don't know why. I just didn't think anyone would have reported that one. Alright, so I will end up, and I'll actually also sell some things to this here handy dandy provisioner, who is willing to trade with me, unlike so many of the 340 merchants.
Got it?
Not much that I'm looking to sell in the bags, it looks like, though. I've a little bit, very little. It certainly didn't give me a lot of room. And I see that I'm out of drink. Don't even have any in my bags, so probably it's gonna be the better move to call Kinos like Kirgrim is doing, and then I can dump things into the house depot and pick up some drinks and probably restock on some totems. But I think what I'm gonna do currently is call Kinos and then log off for a bit and get some things done in the real life, and then probably pop back on maybe in an hour or 2 hours. Hard to say exactly. But sometime around then. So, as usual, it was a pleasure streaming with you folks. Always enjoy the chats, and seeing you guys in game is super awesome as well. But I'm going to get off, so goodbye for now. Be sure to follow me if you're not. Turn on those notifications. See you later.